Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to my divisional review of the 2019 NFL playoffs. So as you can see, I did go 3-1 in the divisional round, better than my wild card record of 2-2. My playoff record right now is 5-3, and obviously since the Super Bowl hasn't happened yet, I can't do a Super Bowl record. So let's talk about the games. Actually, I think I gotta scroll up, right? Okay, now that that's fixed, I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. And that was why. So, Vikings at 49ers. I didn't watch much of this game. I'm trying to think why. I know I got to my let me think. We were at my oh, I remember now. Okay, so I went to my grandparents' church because they were doing a mass for, and like, so when they do a mass and they say, like, they do like special prayers, and you can have them say, these people, to like keep them in your prayers, the entire church. And then, the person talks, and then, like, you guys say, like, Lord, hear our prayer, or something. Or, whatever the church would have you say. So, they were doing it for my grandfather's family, like, his side of the family. So, we went to that. And that started at, like, 4:30. So, I missed part of this game, but I was able to pretty much get most of the game. What I do know is that the 49ers are a very good team. The Vikings were a bit in over their heads. And here we are. So, I did pick the 49ers. Not much to say about that. Okay. Titans at Ravens. Don't think anyone really expected... Let me get my drink. Don't really think anyone expected the Titans to win this game. Now, I did see someone that said, like, no one except for the people in the Nashville or Tennessee area is cheering for the Titans besides those people. Or, let me think. No one's cheering for the Titans besides those people. And that's untrue because the Titans beat the Patriots. So I was rooting for them. Plus, they're facing a divisional rival of the Steelers, so go Titans. I mean, yeah, it's the playoffs, but you still kind of want to see them lose. That way, they can't brag, hey, we won the Super Bowl. If someone wins, at least have it, and it's not going to be your team, have it be a non-annoying team. So, didn't really expect the Titans to control the game like they did. It was so funny. Towards the end of the game, there was maybe like 6 minutes left. And the Titans had to punt. And they were working the clock down. And the Titans player, was it? No, or was that a different game? I don't know. I know, like, a team had to punt towards the end, and someone on purpose false started, whatever. But, or that was earlier in the game or later in the game. I don't know. But I know that the Ravens actually took a timeout. That way the Titans couldn't do what they did to Bill Belichick and the Patriots. And they're probably going to change that rule now. Because the Titans used it to beat the Patriots in a playoff game. Like, they literally worked like 2 minutes off that clock during that game. It was something like that. It was unreal what they were doing. They outsmarted Bill Belichick, and the Ravens were well aware of it, so they called the timeout, so that way they couldn't do that. So, yeah. Derrick Henry is a beast, man. He's the first player in NFL history to have 3 games of 180 or more rushing yards. That goes back to Week 17, their game against Houston. The wild card round, and this round. So, they are a very tough team, and here's the thing. They took away what the Ravens want to do, what they do best. running the football. You get up, the Ravens are throwing it more than they're running it, and it's over. Lamar Jackson, he's the MVP this year. I've said that. I know I was between Russell Wilson. I kept saying Russell Wilson, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, you know what? It's Lamar, okay? So, at some point during the season, I said, it's Lamar Jackson. So, Lamar Jackson is the MVP. I've said it for a while. And guess what? Even after this game, he is still the MVP in my mind. But I just don't know. He needs to win a specific way, running the football. And when he can't do that, it's tough. It's going to be the same situation if someone magically stops Derrick Henry and the Titans get behind and they have to start throwing the ball with Tannehill. It's not going to work. At least, not in my mind. I don't think it would. But it might. You never know. But some quarterbacks just have a very specific way to win. Run the football, work it off play action. And then, in Lamar's case, run it yourself. So, he had like 500 total yards between rushing and passing, and they lost by 16. Now, they were 8 for 8 on 4th and 1s. They had a 4th and 1 and a 4th and what was in my mind inches, so 4th and 1 and closer. They were 0 for 2. Now, let's say you take field goals those two times, because I think they were possibly in field goal range for the two, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's Monday, so maybe I don't remember correctly. But you take those, it's a 28-18 game. Maybe, you got a little more of a shot. Instead of going for it on 4th towards the end of the game, you're kicking another field goal, and guess what? You go from being down 10 to being down 7, and then, But, I mean, it's a smart call because you were 8 for 8 on the season. No one could stop you, and then you met the Tennessee Titans. They have a very good defense. Derrick Henry's insane. And there's a couple things Earl Thomas said, and by the way, I also said, if they lose, blame Drake. Because Drake hopped on the bandwagon. I said it. Go watch my wild card, or go watch the divisional round predictions. Go watch it. I told you. But, Earl Thomas said whoever plays us in the Super Bowl is going to have a tough time. And I think he might have said that about the 49ers possibly, because it was like someone asked him about a game and it's like, hey, this is possibly a Super Bowl preview. And Earl Thomas said, whoever faces is going to have a tough time. Well, is it next year's Super Bowl, the Super Bowl after? Because it's obviously not this year's. So he kind of cursed his team there. Then, wild card. Derrick Henry, monster. He runs all over the Patriots. Earl Thomas says, the Patriots didn't look like they were too keen on tackling him, but I think our mindset's a little different. Dude got stiff-armed. Then, after he got stiff-armed, Derrick Henry has his hand on Earl Thomas's back like he's using him as a shield. As if he's a teammate blocking for Derrick. Like, come on, man. Those were two things where Earl Thomas kind of screwed the Ravens. Plus Drake. He's a curse. Okay? And Earl Thomas, I think, tweeted that he didn't think it was a curse. If I can, I'll find, some of this stuff. And put it on the screens for you. But it was just unreal the way they controlled the game, So let's go to the next game. Texans at Chiefs. I did see pretty much... I don't think I saw the entire Texans-Chiefs game. I saw most of it. And I definitely saw most of the Packers-Seahawks. I think I missed, the first Packers touchdown when it was 7-0, and that was it. That's all I missed. Texans Chiefs, I think I started watching it when it was like 24. I think I started watching 24 nothing. I think I tuned in during the second quarter. But, I saw highlights. I saw what happened. The blocked punt and all that different stuff. So, Texans, hell of a start. But after going up 24 nothing, okay? The Chiefs outscored them 51-7. Now, I say again, Lamar Jackson is the MVP this year. He is. But Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Done. He is. I cannot tell you how bad I wanted the Steelers to get Mahomes. I wanted him so bad. I loved his arm. His deep ball ability. Because it reminded me of Ben. It reminds me of Big Ben. And I'm like, I want him. And Chiefs traded all the way up to 10. Said, nope, we're getting this guy. So, oh well. So other than that, I mean, he's just insane. He is. They have him in a system that works for him, and I guess he is the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't care. But, hell of a comeback by the Chiefs. Great job. Let's see. Seahawks at Packers. Oh, by the way, I picked the Chiefs. Seahawks at Packers. I did pick the Packers. So, yay. Actually, my chiropractor is a Packers fan, and I had an appointment today. And I kind of talked to him a little bit about it. So, a couple things I want to talk about. One, great game by Aaron Rodgers. Applaud you. Second, it's about that last third down play by the Packers. I don't know if Jimmy Graham was, if he got the first down or not. Obviously, that yellow marker they show on TV is an unofficial line. So keep that in mind. I saw pictures of whatnot that said, the yellow line wasn't exactly on the, wasn't exactly where the markers were. So it was like, to me, it was about a half a yard off. Too far, So, but I still, and even watching it live, I don't know if he got it or not. It was damn close. I did tweet, I don't think he got it, but it's too close. They'll just have the call stand. And that's what they do. When they're unsure, if, what the call is, they just let their original call stand. I initially thought he was down short. Looking at the replay, I thought he was down short, but I'm like, it's too close. They're just going to let it stand. It's up for debate on if he actually got it or not. But, a lot of people want to put the game on one call. If you're a Seahawks fan, you may say that's why we lost the game, right there. No, you had ample opportunity to, score, put up points, all this stuff. You had, I don't know how many offensive plays you run in a game. It's give or take, 60? 55, 60? And, you didn't, use the most of them. Every team is going to leave points out there. Every team's going to leave points on the board, And even the Chiefs. They had huge drops early. They had big miscues. They had mistakes, which is why they were down 24-0. And then they just went, touchdown drive, touchdown drive, touchdown drive, touchdown drive. And they had like 6 in a row or something like that. So don't confuse. That's kind of the thing where don't confuse a score with high amount of just because you have a high score doesn't mean you have a high amount of plays, or a low score, a low amount of plays, or vice versa. It was just, they didn't maximize their opportunities. Once the Chiefs were like 24-0, okay, guys, let's go. Mahomes was on the sideline, like, guys, come on. One play at a time, we got this. And look what happened. Not saying Russell Wilson didn't do the exact same thing, but it's just the Chiefs used the best of their opportunities. The Seahawks just didn't really. So, because they had punts, and so did the Chiefs, but, it's, you make one or two different plays. Oh, and one more thing about the Ravens. Yeah, some of you Ravens fans, I'm not saying, most or all, it was some. Most people were still supportive, but some of the Ravens fans, I don't know who this phone number is. Let me answer it, just for the hell of it. Hello?
字体快件无人听收，将于今天退回原寄发单位。这是最后一次通知，如有疑问，请按9转人工查询，请按9由专人为您服务。DHL。
I'll block that number later. So, yeah, it's... Let me think. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Ravens fans. See, that completely threw me off. So, most people were still supportive, but some Ravens fans were like, that's it, get rid of Lamar. I'm like, I'm sorry? Second year in the league. He's the MVP this year, most likely. And just because he lost his, his second first playoff game of the year in a row. Last year he lost big time to the Chargers. This year he lost to the Titans. His two worst games of his career in the playoffs. Last year they were in the playoff game, they were chanting, Flacco, Flacco. They wanted Joe Flacco to come in and for Lamar to get benched. Well, this year, Flacco is in Denver and currently on IR. So there's no cheering Flacco. Like, you can't do that right now. So what are you supposed to cheer? RG3. RG3. Like, no. Like, people were like, that's it, let's draft a quarterback. I'm like, what? And the thing is, hell with a month ago, or 2 months, 3 months, hell 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago was Friday, as of me recording this, 3 days ago, you guys are singing his praises. We're gonna beat the Titans, and you're cheering, we're gonna beat the Titans, we're gonna be in the AFC Championship game, all we gotta do is beat what, the Chiefs? The Texans, we can go to the Super Bowl. Who we got to face? The 49ers. We beat them this year and in the Super. And the thing is, then you lose to the Titans. Because sometimes the best defense is your offense. And keeping Lamar Jackson on the bench. Which is what the Titans did. And now you're like, yep, let's get rid of him. Let's get a real quarterback. Like, dude, are you kidding? So, be supportive. I mean, these are also the same people, 8 months, 9 months from now, in the 2020 season, are going to be cheering for Lamar again because, he's a MVP candidate again. So, chill out. That's emotion right after a game. So sit on it for a week if you have to, and think about it, and then actually, what do you think? So, I guess if there's any Ravens fans, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are those people overreacting? Probably, yes, I think so. But what do you think about Lamar? Because I mean, it's his second. Last year he wasn't an MVP candidate, but it's his second, season in the league where he played pretty well. He did pretty well in the regular season last year. He played fantastic in the regular season this year, and then he gets to the playoffs and lays an egg. So, I mean, is it okay? Let's see another year, because if he has another fantastic year and then loses in the playoffs again, that's the thing. Last year it was a home game. The Ravens won the division. This year they're the number 1 seed. It's a home game. Does it have to be an away game? Like, what's going on? Or did the Titans just have the perfect formula? The Chargers last year faced them like twice in a 3 or 4 week span. So they had just faced him and they knew what to do. The Titans, they just kept him off the field. So I think it's at least give him another season, see what happens. If not, another 2 seasons. If you're a Ravens fan, let me know what you think below. And heck, even if you're not a Ravens fan, let me know what you think. But say whether you're a Ravens fan or not. But if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.